There are moments in life when you just want to know who you are. It's not that you're lost, it's that there's a feeling you have that something is changing. You don't know what, but something is about to change. Who you are doesn't feel so solid anymore. What used to do it for you last year isn't getting it anymore. What used to satisfy you last year isn't touching it anymore. What used to be comfortable and familiar doesn't feel easy anymore. It's starting to get heavy. It's starting to look like a distraction. You're not sure, but there's a feeling you have that some old habits might have to change. You're not sure, but you're starting to realize that how you spend your time might have to change. You're not really sure, but you're almost convinced that some friends might have to go. That feeling, that's the beginning of one of the realest things there is in life. That's the beginning of a trip that will test you and pull you into parts of yourself you didn't even know existed. It's the beginning of a thing called growth. It's something we all need. It's a requirement for life, and all of us get at it in different ways. Growth is what keeps life going. It's the reason we arrive at a new year and everybody has a new resolution, something they want to add to get better at, something they want to grow. I'm going to get in shape. How many times have you heard that before? I'm going to discover my worth and treat myself better. How many times have you thought that before? But do you realize that within the first 2 weeks of making a New Year's resolution, 95% of the people who said they would, who committed to it, they break that resolution? 95%, that's high. Growth isn't easy. Growth is not a walk in the park. Growth is hard. It's not easy waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to work out. It's difficult going back to school, trying to earn a degree you should have earned 11 years ago, holding down 3 kids, a job you can't afford to lose. It's difficult trying to confront all the issues of your past because you want something more for your future. Growth is change, and change is the one thing that terrifies as much as it excites. It's the one thing that is hoped for as much as it's despised. It's the one thing that people ask for and in the same breath reject. Change is inevitable. Change is terrifying, but change is all there is. Nobody gets to be 3 years old forever. People come, people go. You have it today, you lose it tomorrow. Try all you want, but you can't stop it. It happens regardless. And that's it, the real hang-up. You have no control over it. And that's terrifying. You see, growth, that's the authentic, that's the spontaneous nature of growth. It just happens. And sometimes you don't feel prepared for it. You can feel something about to change, but you don't feel prepared. When you don't feel prepared, let me ask you this. What do you whisper to yourself? Can I really do this? Can I really divorce this person? Can I live without them? What have you told yourself because you didn't feel ready? I'm too old to go back to school. I've been doing this for 30 years. I can't change now. What do you believe because you don't feel you're ready? You don't feel you have what it takes. You may not know this, but growth is automatic. It's built into nature. And believe it or not, it actually has a formula. A mathematical formula that describes spontaneous, efficient growth. Nature's code. The golden section, Fibonacci sequence. It's a growth pattern you see everywhere in nature. It's in plants. You cut a banana in half, and it's there. You see it in snail shells. It even describes the way your hair grows. Cut off all your hair and watch it grow back. There's a spiral that forms the crown of your head that describes that growth. Growth is spontaneous. It happens by itself. It happens because it has to. It happens because it must. Your problem is that you think you have to design it. You believe you have to prepare it. But the truth is, all you have to do is move. All you have to do is act. Act on that feeling that you can't describe. Act on that sense that there's something more in you. Action is all it takes to grow. Look at it. The Fibonacci sequence begins 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, and on and on. You see, what's happening is that every step up, every change, every level switch, every growth move is a result of what came before. Nothing new, nothing added, only what came before. What I'm saying to you is that everything you need to grow, everything you need to get to the next level, you already have. You've already been through it. That's how you get 3, 1, and 2. That's how you get 5, right? 3 and 2. 8, 5, and 3, and so on and so on. But the sequence started with 0. It all starts with 0. 0 is potential. 0 is the engine. 0 is the driver. And that's you. The thing that comes next is 1. That's action. That's movement. That's doing something. That's making a decision. That's all there is. There's you, and there's what you decide. And at the end of that, there's either growth beyond anything you can imagine, or nothing at all. It's painful to have to end the relationship after 7 years of just hanging on. It's not easy to pick up the phone after 10 years of silence and say I'm sorry. It takes everything you have to get back up, stitch up the wounds, and start again. It's hard to trust that feeling that it's time to change. It's time to let go. It's time to become something else. There's always that question mark. How am I going to do this? But the beauty of this whole thing is that you don't need to know how you're going to do it. All you have to do is decide. See, I believe that there comes a time in life when all you have is what you feel. You don't have any answers. You don't know why. You don't know how you're going to do it. You don't know what you're going to break. You don't know who's going to leave. All you know that time has run out. And if something is going to happen, it's going to happen now. There comes a time in life when you say enough. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to change something. The year is over. Something new is starting. What are you about to change? From all of us at Motivation HQ, Happy New Year. My name is Angelo, and I'm the motivator.